experienced those times when you're craving something sweet? Like maybe a Coke or something chocolate or a caramel macchiato? Do you find it hard to say no to that brownie, that chewy cookie, pastry, or ice cream? Well, you might actually be addicted to sugar. Today, we're diving deep into the world of sugar and carb addiction. I'm going to tell you how to finally get rid of those sweet cravings. I quit sugar 15 years ago and it transformed my whole life. So today I'm going to give you 16 tips to break that sugar addiction and break free from those cravings. Understanding sugar addiction. First, let's clear something up. Your cravings are not actually for sugar itself, but for the sweet taste of sugar. Even sugar substitutes mimic a true addiction and make those cravings for something sweet even worse. Scientific research shows that rats and mice demonstrate the same addictive behaviors from artificial sweeteners as well as sugar. And since artificial sweeteners can be 100 to 700 times sweeter than regular sugar, they can cause stronger sugar cravings to develop. Companies tell you about how they're lower in calories than regular sugar, but ironically, the sweetness usually leads to you eating more. Studies show that artificial sweeteners and even natural sweeteners like stevia, agave, and honey can make your cravings for sweet foods even worse because they are so much sweeter than sugar itself. If you want to know why, I explain that in this video where I share my own story of sugar addiction and how I kicked it. Some experts say there's no such thing as sugar addiction, while others argue that it's absolutely very real. I know that for me, it's definitely very real, but only you know how sweets and starchy foods like bread and pasta, which are also high glycemic foods, affect you. So be really honest with yourself. If you get strong cravings for sweets on a pretty regular basis and you feel like it's super hard to control those urges, maybe it's time to address this head on. And by the way, when you feel like you really want a glass of wine, that's a signal you're craving something sweet also. Well, it's a bit more complicated than just that, but it's certainly part of it. Okay, let's dive into my 16 tips to help you kick sugar and sweet tasting foods. Oh, but just quickly, if you're new here, hello and welcome. I'm Rena Hedeman, and this is Thrive After 45, where we talk about health, wellness, and beauty for women at midlife and beyond. But today's topic really pertains to everyone, because we all have a natural inclination to love sweet foods and want more of them ever since we were babies. And that habit can not only lead to unwanted weight gain with too much subcutaneous fat, that means the fat you can see and pinch, but also visceral fat, which is the fat that accumulates around your internal organs, like your liver, your intestines, and stomach. Even though you can't see it, visceral fat is dangerous because it can lead to some serious medical issues. Heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer, type 2 diabetes, stroke, and high cholesterol are some of the conditions that are strongly linked to too much fat in your belly, visceral fat. Separating hunger from cravings. Okay, so if eating too much sugar can lead to unhealthy weight gain and even some serious medical issues, how do we break the sweetness habit? Tip number 1, and this might be the most crucial tip. Never try to fight hunger and sugar cravings at the same time. It's a losing battle. Quitting sugar is hard enough. Trust me, I've been there. So don't stack the odds against yourself by allowing yourself to get hungry. Instead, focus on addressing your hunger with nutritious whole foods first. This approach ensures you're not battling two powerful urges at the same time. When you're hungry, your body is screaming for energy. If you try to deny it food and deny your craving for sweets, you're just kind of setting yourself up for failure, let's face it. Address the hunger first with something nutritious. Foods high in healthy fats and proteins, such as nuts and seeds and avocado, are especially good because they provide sustained energy and help you feel full longer. Natural sugars won't help. Don't be fooled by advice suggesting you satisfy your cravings with natural sugars like fruits or honey. If you're truly addicted to sweet tastes, this is like telling an alcoholic to switch from whiskey to beer. It just won't break the addiction. It will only feed it. Even though natural sugars are healthier than processed sugars, they still trigger the same pleasure centers in your brain like dopamine does. They keep the addiction cycle going. If you're serious about breaking free from sugar, you really need to avoid all forms of sweetness, at least in the beginning, like the first 30 or maybe 60 days. Know your addiction. Just like with smoking or alcohol, some people can indulge occasionally without developing an addiction, while others become hooked after just a taste or a bite. Be honest with yourself about your tendencies. If you find yourself craving sweets regularly, it's probably time to take some action. Think about how often you reach for something sweet. Is it a daily habit? Do you feel a sense of urgency or anxiety if you don't get your sugar fix? These are signs that you might be addicted. Understanding the nature of your addiction is the first step toward overcoming it. 16 tips to break free from sugar and sweet cravings. Set a clear goal. Decide on a period to go entirely sweet-free. Start small if needed, like 2 days, a week, maybe a month. Achieve that and then set a bigger goal. Having a clear, measurable goal helps you stay focused and gives you something to strive for. And make sure it's just one goal. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to quit sweets, quit smoking, and start a new exercise program all at the same time. Focus on breaking the sweet addiction first. It's really essential to give yourself the best chance of success by concentrating on one significant change at a time. Overloading yourself with too many goals can often lead to burnout and failure, and who wants that? So prioritize breaking your sweetness addiction, and once you've established a solid foundation, you can add other goals. Eat real whole foods. Combat hunger with one-ingredient foods like meats and vegetables. They provide what your body needs without triggering cravings. Whole foods are minimally processed and much closer to their natural state, making them healthier options, obviously. Foods high in protein and healthy fats, such as avocados, nuts, seeds, lean meats, are excellent choices. They help stabilize blood sugar levels and keep you feeling full and more satisfied. Avoid processed foods, which often contain hidden sugars and additives that can trigger cravings. Personally, I find that a bowl of oatmeal sweetened with a handful of fresh raspberries or blueberries fills me up for hours. Yes, fruit contains natural sugar or fructose, which is definitely sweet, but both raspberries and blueberries are high in fiber, which helps counteract the effects of the fructose in the bloodstream. Clean out your environment. Okay, so you need to remove all sugary temptations from your home, your car, your workplace, out of sight, out of mind. If you don't have easy access to sweets, you're much less likely to give in to those cravings. So go through your kitchen, your pantry, and your office drawers. Toss out anything that contains added sugars or sweeteners. Replace them with healthier options like nuts, seeds, and fresh vegetables. This simple step can make a huge difference in your success. Use salt and fat. Okay, I know this sounds a little crazy, but when a craving hits, try a pinch of salt or a pat of butter even. These can sometimes trick your brain into forgetting about sweets somehow. Salt and fat can provide a satisfying flavor that helps curb cravings. Keep a small container of sea salt or Himalayan salt handy. When you feel a craving coming on, place just a pinch of it on your tongue and let it dissolve. Similarly, a spoonful of peanut butter or almond butter can help too. These can make you feel more full and help reduce the intensity of those cravings. In fact, I find that a mid-morning cup of coffee with a splash of light cream or half and half really helps keep my hunger at bay so I don't snack on unhealthy foods. Stay hydrated. Sometimes when you think you're hungry or you crave something like ice cream, your body's really trying to tell you that you're actually dehydrated. Dehydration can disguise itself as hunger or craving, so be aware of that. Sip on unsweetened beverages like lemon water or seltzer to keep your hands and your mouth busy. Aim to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Staying hydrated helps flush toxins from your body and can reduce the frequency and intensity of cravings. Herbal teas, sparkling water, and homemade electrolyte drinks without sweeteners are excellent options. Personally, I like Spindrift because it tastes good and only contains sparkling water and a little real fruit. If you like flavored water, reading labels is absolutely critical because so many of them will advertise no sugar, but they contain sweeteners that are equally bad in encouraging your cravings. And many of them contain other ingredients your body just doesn't want or need. Mother Nature is best. Drink as close to what you'd find in nature as possible. How to handle snacking. Keep healthy snacks like boiled eggs, celery and hummus maybe, and nuts and seeds, as I keep saying, that's one of my favorites. Keep them handy to curb intense cravings without giving in to sweets. Having nutritious snacks readily available can prevent you from reaching for sugary treats when hunger strikes. The trick is to plan ahead and prepare your snacks and meals in advance. Keep them in easy-to-access containers in your fridge or pantry. That way, when a craving hits, you have a healthy option right there, ready to go. Nuts, seeds, cut-up vegetables with hummus, even cold chicken are all great choices. Mind your minerals. Sometimes cravings are a sign of mineral deficiencies. Did you know that? Make sure you're getting enough essential minerals through your diet, your food, or supplements. Minerals like magnesium, zinc, and chromium play crucial roles in regulating blood sugar levels and therefore reducing cravings. Try to include foods rich in these minerals into your diet, like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Those are all excellent sources. If necessary, talk to your healthcare provider about taking a high-quality mineral supplement to address any deficiencies. Avoid gimmicks. Stay away from pills or sprays claiming to block sugar cravings. They really don't address the root cause and are a total waste of money, if you ask me. Focus on natural, sustainable methods to overcome your sugar addiction. There are really no shortcuts when it comes to breaking the sugar habit, unfortunately. Pills and sprays might offer a temporary relief, but they won't solve the underlying issue. Invest your time and effort into proven strategies that promote long-term success. Boost dopamine and oxytocin. Engage in activities that increase your feel-good hormones. Exercise, increase those endorphins, meditate, get a hug, or spend time with loved ones. Dopamine and oxytocin are known as the feel-good hormones and can help reduce cravings. Regular physical activity is one of the absolute best ways out there to boost these hormones. Find an exercise you like, whether it's walking, dancing, or yoga, and make it part of your daily routine. Additionally, spending time with loved ones, cuddling a pet, or, engaging in hobbies that you love can elevate your mood and reduce the urge to reach for sweets, which we normally do when we're stressed or unhappy, let's face it. Watch out for medications. Some medications can really increase your cravings, sadly. If you're struggling, talk to your healthcare provider about alternatives. Certain medications, such as steroids and antidepressants, can trigger sweet cravings. So if you're on medication and experiencing intense cravings, don't stop taking your meds without consulting a doctor, of course, but do talk to your doctor about those concerns. They might be able to adjust your dosage or switch you to a different medication that doesn't have the same side effect. Identify your triggers. One thing I learned from a fantastic book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg is that the first step in breaking a bad habit is to identify the triggers that lead to that behavior. Triggers can be anything from specific times of day or emotions or even certain people or places. So start to really pay attention to this and take mental notes of when and where your sugar cravings are most intense. Or better yet, jot them down in a little notebook or somewhere in your phone. Do you crave sweets in the afternoon at work? Do you reach for a sugary snack when you're stressed out or bored? Or it's 5 or 6 p.m., or when you're sad and lonely? By identifying these triggers, you can start to understand the patterns behind your cravings and help get to it faster. Once you have identified your triggers, it's much easier to know ahead of time when you're likely to have those cravings and to be prepared with healthier alternatives, like a handful of nuts or maybe apple slices with peanut butter, something you enjoy. Seek professional help if needed. Okay, so if you're repeatedly failing or if you're having trouble identifying your triggers, consider reaching out to a mental health professional or even an addiction specialist. There are a lot of subconscious mental connections that many of us have with sweet foods that we're not even aware of. For example, if they were given to us as a reward when we were kids, or offered as something to make us feel better, or cheer us up when we were sad, or fell down and hurt our knee, so often we're attached to what sugar and sweet foods stand for, more than anything else. For many people, it subconsciously feel like a friend when you're lonely, or compassion when we're feeling sad, or reassurance when we feel scared or worried, or soothing when we feel stressed out or anxious. And those are very, very deep-rooted connections and habits that can be really tough to break. So sometimes professional guidance is really helpful to overcome those deep-seated addictions. An addiction specialist can help provide personalized strategies and support tailored to your specific needs. Cognitive behavioral therapy and other therapeutic approaches can also be really effective in addressing the psychological aspects of sugar addiction. Track your progress. Keep track of your progress to stay motivated and see how far you've come. Whether it's through a journal or an app or a simple checklist, monitoring your progress can really help you stay focused and committed to your goal. Celebrating small victories along the way can also boost your motivation. Each day you go without sugar is a step closer to breaking the habit for good. Create a support system. Having a support system can really make a huge difference in your success. Share your goals with your friends or family members who can offer encouragement and hold you accountable, in a nice way, of course. Sometimes, oddly enough, family and friends might feel a little threatened by your desire to quit sugar, because often what happens is it makes them feel like they probably should too, but they might not want to, or they think they can't. So if you do it, then they'll feel badly about themselves. So only share this with people in your life who share your desire to be healthy and won't try to sabotage your success. Or join a community of like-minded individuals who are also working toward breaking their sugar habit. That's a really big help too. Support from others can provide the motivation and the accountability you need to stay on track. Don't be afraid to reach out for help when you need it. Visualize your success. Visualization is a powerful tool in habit formation. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself successfully avoiding sugar, feeling healthy, and enjoying the benefits of a sugar-free life. This mental rehearsal can strengthen your resolve and make the goal feel more attainable. Imagine how you'll feel once you've broken free from sugar addiction. More energetic, healthier, and in control of your cravings. Visualization can help you feel focused on the positive outcomes and motivated to stick with your plan. And that brings me to my final tip, which is super important. Forgive yourself. Breaking an addiction is hard. If you slip up, be kind to yourself, forgive yourself, and just get back on track without beating yourself up. Understand that setbacks are a normal part of the journey and they don't define your overall progress. So instead of judging yourself over a mistake, use it as a learning opportunity. Reflect on what maybe triggered that slip up and how you can avoid similar situations in the future. Compassion and forgiveness toward yourself are really important for long-term success. The journey to a sugar-free life. Remember, breaking free from sugar addiction is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It requires dedication, perseverance, and a willingness to make lasting changes in your lifestyle. Trust me, the first 30 days is by far the toughest. After that, it feels much easier. And you are going to love the feeling of living a sugar-free life. If you want to hear my story of how and why I kicked sugar, and the unexpected results I got when I did it, I think you're going to really like this video right here. If you know someone struggling with sugar addiction, help them out by sharing both of these videos with them. And if you have any questions or a few tips of your own to share, please leave a comment below. I can't get to them all right away, but I do read every single one. And remember, you are not alone in this. This is hard. I know, I've been there, but you can do it, and the rewards are so worth it. I'm right here rooting for you. You got this.